homemade vinegar. It's a lot easier than you think, and it's much tastier than any vinegar you've ever used. So how easy is it to make homemade red wine vinegar? Pretty easy, as it turns out. There's a couple of ways you can do this. First of all, you've got to get a mother started. That's the colony of bacteria that's consuming the alcohol and making the acid. So the way we originally started was with the Bragg's apple cider. Has the mother in it. The important part is unpasteurized. That means that it hasn't been heated and you haven't killed any of the colony that you want, the mother. And it says right there, with the mother. And unfortunately, I've shaken this one, but when you're picking out one, if you're going to start this way, pick out one that has a lot of what you think is sediment in it, but it very likely is a good mother that's in there. If you can find one that actually has a big rubbery looking thing in the bottom, you're a winner. But this is how we started ours. If you're fortunate enough to know someone who makes vinegar, then ask them if you can have a slice of the mother to start your own vinegar. And I'm going to get this out and show it to you. The mother is, this is it. It's a big jelly looking growth in there, and this is really all you need to start your own. This will start it quicker than just taking some of the liquid, which you can do it that way too. Take a little bit of the liquid if you're able to get some. If not, just take the Bragg's with the mother in it, shake it up real good, pour you some, and I would start out with a good portion of that, like maybe 1 to 1 on your first quarter of a cup. And this wine was one that we didn't particularly enjoy. And the good news is a bad wine can make a really good vinegar. So, number one, let your wine sit. You have to let it sit, otherwise the sulfites that are added to the wine to keep it from becoming vinegar will prevent your vinegar from starting. So this is a wine that we had, we've left it out for a few days. I covered it over with just a paper towel to keep any kind of insect, in particular fruit flies, from getting in there. And so it sat around for a couple of days. All the sulfites are gone. And there you have it. That's all there is to starting your own vinegar. Definitely smells like wine, would taste like wine. This one, on the other hand, has been in the making for several months, and you can tell by the aroma. It has a vinegary aroma, but it also has that that sour aroma that you grow to know from soured pickles or soured krauts. It's not quite as sharp as the vinegar that you buy, that's distilled vinegar. And then there's always the taste. That is vinegar. Let me assure you. Woo! That is vinegar, no doubt. So, you know, we try to make things so complex sometimes that we're scared to try it. Try this. Where to use this vinegar? This is the best oil and vinegar dressing that you will ever have. You can substitute this vinegar anywhere except for if you're putting up stuff and you're using in the place of other vinegars. I'm a little bit scared of that because you don't know the actual acid content. You could take that reading and go by that. I can assure you though that there's plenty of acid here. And I take this and pour it up into little like a pepper sauce bottle and give it to friends who enjoy it very much. Very simple. Leftover wine. It doesn't have to be a wine that you didn't enjoy, but it keeps you from getting down to that last little bit of wine. And just over the course, when you have that wine left over, a few days, pour it up. Cover it over, no bugs involved, and then you can use a cloth, or as I've done, use a paper towel to make a top to go on here to keep everything out. You want air to get to this. And so some people say put it in a cool, dark place and forget about it. But if you can't exactly do that, because like the next time, you know, you may have this much wine. That's fine. Every time you have a little wine left over, or even if you just want to purpose to have just a little left over to feed your vinegar, and pretty soon, really before you know it, you'll have a nice large container that's a colony building you a vinegar, and then just enjoy the aroma. It's wonderful. Don't be scared off. Try it. You'll love it. Please go to my subscribe button and subscribe. I'll be putting the videos like this up as quickly as I can, and encouraging you to try and do the little homemade things that are extra special.